What's going on, everybody? Don from Kenya Gunners TV, and you're back here with another video. So this is basically a match preview. You already know today, but day it's stay humble settings, or stay humble, move like a revenge kind of mission. So this is war, man. This is war. This is a game that I've been looking forward to. If you guys remember what happened in the first leg when you basically met Man City, guys. Okay, I also felt like we were robbed. Fucking Michael Oliver did what he had to do. I mean, listen, let's not even talk about that guy, man. Let's just move on. Today is good vibes. Yeah, so it's basically Arsenal versus Man City. It's a game that I'm really looking forward to. So like I was saying earlier on in the first leg, it was a game that it was more like a, how do I say this? It reminded me of the Wenger and Fergie era. Even though Mikel and Pep have so much respect for each other, they're trying to play cool and trying to play, all friendly and whatnot. But you can tell for sure the players there's definitely something going on between the players. You can definitely tell Haaland and Gabriel, man, they have a bone to pick. Haaland and Saliba have a bone to pick, but most probably Haaland and Gabriel, they definitely have a bone to pick. So listen, man, at the moment, City, they're not really in their best form. They've dropped off a cliff, so they're quite vulnerable. I mean, if you look at the midfield, they're quite vulnerable in the midfield. They're quite vulnerable in the defense. The department that I think they're actually quite little right now is the attack. The attack, man, the attack. Haaland is a guy. I mean, as much as we're talking about stay humble and whatnot, he's a guy. He's a little striker. Give him a chance, give him an opportunity, the guy will punish you. I mean, you saw what they did against Chelsea. So I'll tell you for sure, Haaland is a player that needs to be locked, like we did in the last season, the first and the second leg. So that's what we basically need to do with Haaland. Yeah, just lock him. One thing with Haaland, the good thing with Haaland is you lock him, he gets confused. Yeah, and he'll basically have a stinker of a game the whole time. So I'm sure but the Gabriel and Saliba have basically mastered that art. We'll go to our predicted lineup. Yeah, my predicted lineup in a couple of minutes. But yeah, so just before you actually even talk about the game and my match prediction scores and predicted lineup, let me just say this: today is the second of I'm shooting this video on the second of February. So I think the window is basically closing down tomorrow for 33 days now. Yeah, for 33 days, you guys haven't signed a striker. The Cronkies, there's something wrong with this ownership. It doesn't make sense to me that you know very well. Well, to be honest, the most frustrating thing, the most annoying thing, especially for we fans, is that we're just like two or maybe three steps away from just doing the right thing and basically, be a little side. But I don't know what the Cronkies want. What do you guys honestly want? You saw two of our attackers, Gabriel Jesus, even though I don't rate him, but Bukayo Saka, one of the most lethal players, one of the most valued attackers in our side. Sustained an injury, probably will be coming back towards the end of April. We're basically in a title contention right now. As is, I think we're 10 points off Liverpool since they won the game yesterday, if I'm not wrong. Probably, I think even 11 points. You guys cannot go and sign a striker. And what really pissed me off, and I told you guys earlier on, by the way, I told you guys this Ole Watkins thing is not happening. I don't see it happening. I think these guys basically try to manipulate the fans by coming up with this Ole Watkins bidding, knowing very well that they were actually not going to get Ole Watkins. So they basically just trying to manipulate the fans and come the end of the week, they're like, okay, listen, we tried signing Ole Watkins, but you saw what happened. Listen, man, these guys are just not serious. These guys, the Cronkies, honestly, these guys are not serious. And if we lose the league, as much as I'll be blaming the manager, but I feel like the ownership also have a big time role in this. They lack ambition. And to be honest, as we fans, it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating. We're just like two steps away from just, winning the league. The summer window was stinking. I mean, let's even just talk about this. The summer window from the guys we signed, the only guy who I feel like is actually up to the standards we expected is Califiori. Merino, still not the guy. Neto stinking out the place. Sterling, I even don't know what he's still doing on this side. Standing back to Chelsea, the guy is completely washed. Yeah, Vibes Cartel man is completely washed. So anyway, listen, man, that is my frustration, but as an Arsenal fan. But listen, man, that aside, let's just focus on today's game. Uh, and basically, you guys are distracting me, yeah. Yeah, so basically focusing on today's game, my predicted lineup in simple terms, my back, I expect us to set up properly because as I mentioned earlier on, City are quite vulnerable in the midfield, in the back, but very lethal up front. So listen, when it comes to the defense, Saliba, Gabriel in the center backs, Lewis Kelly, okay, Lewis Kelly, no, I think for such a game, I think I'll play Califiori because Califiori has actually been he's been performing all right. But Lewis Kelly, I'll probably bring him maybe in the second half. But I think Califiori, owing to the fact, actually, the surprising thing is you guys can actually attest to this from the Champions League, from the Premier League. I feel like Califiori is the only quality attacking finisher we have right now. Yeah, even from that goal from moves, he's quality finish. So I think for this kind of game, I'll play Califiori. If it's not working, they probably maybe switch it up with Lewis Kelly. Then of course Timber should definitely play on the right back position. The midfield, now this is the engine. Like, listen, this game is going to be won by the midfield. So we know City in the midfield, they're quite poor. So take advantage of that, man. The midfield, Martin Odegaard, even though I feel like this guy, ever since he had his baby, and listen, shout out by the to all the fathers out there. You know, I'm a dad also, and I respect. I mean, I understand the process of having a new baby. The guy probably has been doing the night thing. So ever since he had the baby, congratulations to him. But I think he's not he's not been himself. And listen, congratulations, Martin Odegaard. But I know you're doing the night thing, and listen, his form is just dropped. But I think in this kind of game, I still didn't play Ethan Murray because I still feel like in the midfield specifically, I wouldn't play him because I still. Anyway, listen, I think in Murray. Okay, listen, let me just finish the midfield. So the midfield basically Martin Odegaard, Thomas Partey, and Declan Rice. I feel like that is the strongest midfield we have for the match I've seen. Then up front, so this one now, Ethan Murray basically comes in. So Ethan Murray basically, I'll play Ethan Murray on the right hand side where Bukayo Saka plays, and then the center forward Havertz, because that's the only guy we have right now. Even though I don't trade him, and I don't even blame. I mean, I don't even blame Havertz. So basically, putting so much pressure on Havertz, knowing clearly he's not a center forward. So listen, but he's only option we have. So I'll basically play him up front, and then on the left side, I would play Trossard. Yeah, I think Trossard, but lately he's been okay, not exceptional. He's been okay. So that is basically my prediction lineup for today's game. Score prediction. Listen, if you have an opportunity to basically go and crash these guys because the defense is, as much as the defense is weak, our attack is also not that lethal. So if you can basically go 2-0 for this game, yeah, 2-0 for this game, and we need to win this game because Liverpool, as is right now, they won the game yesterday. I think they're 11 points, so we basically need to try and see if we can close that gap. So any people, you guys drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know your predicted lineup. Let me know your score prediction. Yeah. So today I'll be streaming the game and I'll be seeing you guys then. Come on, you gunners.